coffee lovers, get ready because today we are going deep into the world of coffee.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we're going way beyond just your, average caffeine kick to uncover some surprising health benefits
Oh, yeah.
hidden in your daily cup. The amazing benefits of drinking coffee, Learn English podcast. And let me tell you, it's packed with some fascinating insights.
It really is. We're going to explore how coffee, when, enjoyed in moderation,
Yeah.
can be more than just a morning ritual. It can actually be like a secret weapon for
Right.
your health.
Okay, so we all know coffee wakes you up,
Of course.
thanks to that, magical caffeine.
Right?
But what else is going on
Yeah, what else is going on?
in our bodies when we sip that brew?
One of the most fascinating things about coffee is its abundance of antioxidants.
Oh, wow.
And these powerful compounds, they act like tiny bodyguards for your cells,
Oh, yeah.
fighting off those harmful molecules called free radicals.
It's a free radical.
Yeah, you can think of free radicals as little rust particles.
Mm.
They can damage your cells over time,
Okay.
contributing to everything from aging to disease.
So it's like coffee is giving our cells like a little rust-proofing treatment?
Precisely.
I like that.
And the best part is, even if you're not a huge fan of fruits and vegetables,
Right.
which are very well known as antioxidants,
Yeah.
your daily coffee habit might be providing a significant boost
Wow.
to your defenses.
That's good news for those of us who struggle
Yeah.
to get our 5 a day.
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about coffee's impact on the brain. I mean, besides the obvious alertness boost,
Yeah.
is there more to coffee's, brain-boosting power?
Absolutely. Caffeine has a direct impact on brain function, enhancing alertness, focus, and even reaction time.
Wow.
But it goes beyond just being more awake.
Right.
Some studies suggest that coffee might even play a role in reducing the risk of depression.
Wait, coffee's an antidepressant?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, while it's not a substitute for professional treatment, of course,
Of course.
research suggests a possible link between coffee consumption
Mm-hmm.
and a lower risk of depression. It could be the combination of the comforting ritual, the taste, the aroma.
Oh, yeah.
All of those things can contribute to a positive mood boost.
It's like a warm hug in a mug.
Exactly.
And speaking of brain health, didn't the podcast mention something about coffee's potential benefits for serious conditions like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's?
Yeah, there is intriguing research indicating that regular coffee consumption could be associated with a reduced risk
Okay.
of developing both Parkinson's and Alzheimer's.
Wow.
Now more research is needed to fully understand these links,
Sure.
but the findings so far are promising.
So it's not just a quick tick-me-up. It could be playing a role in protecting our brains long-term.
Absolutely.
That's incredible. But coffee's benefits don't stop there, right?
Now there's more.
What about its impact on other parts of our body?
All right, let's move beyond the brain and delve into some of the other surprising ways coffee might benefit our physical health.
Hmm.
Did you know that coffee consumption has been linked to a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes?
Seriously, diabetes is a pretty big deal. How could coffee possibly have an impact on that?
Well, think of insulin as a key that unlocks your cells
Okay.
to let sugar in for energy.
Uh-huh.
In type 2 diabetes, that lock kind of gets rusty,
Ooh.
and the insulin struggles to do its job.
All right.
Research suggests that coffee might act like a lubricant,
Okay.
helping that insulin work more effectively and regulate blood sugar levels.
That's an amazing analogy given how prevalent diabetes is globally.
Yeah.
This potential benefit is huge.
Absolutely.
It makes you wonder how many people might be unknowingly benefiting from their daily coffee habit.
Right. It's really quite something.
And there's another potential benefit we haven't explored yet, liver health.
Yes.
Liver health, so like helping prevent hangovers. I've heard that one before, but I'm not sure I buy it.
That's a common myth, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The actual research points to a link between regular coffee consumption
Okay.
and a lower risk of developing serious liver diseases
Oh, wow.
like cirrhosis and even liver cancer.
That's incredible. With every benefit we uncover, coffee sounds more and more like a superhero drink, but I have a feeling you're going to tell me it's not all sunshine and rainbows, right?
You're right.
There has to be a catch somewhere.
As with most things in life, moderation is key.
Okay.
While coffee offers a range of potential benefits, too much of a good thing can backfire.
Okay, let's hear it. What are the downsides of overdoing it on coffee? I know I've definitely experienced a few myself.
Well, as you might have guessed, excessive caffeine
Yeah.
can lead to those classic symptoms: insomnia, jitters, anxiety,
Yeah.
and even an upset stomach.
For sure.
And of course, loading your coffee with sugar and cream
Yeah.
can negate some of those health benefits,
Right.
adding extra calories and unhealthy fats.
Right, so it's all about finding that sweet spot, enjoying your coffee, but listening to your body and not going overboard. But enough about the health stuff. This podcast episode mentioned something about coffee's global impact, and I'm dying to hear more.
Ah, yes. Coffee's impact extends far beyond individual health.
Okay.
It's a global commodity, a driving force in the world economy. Did you know that coffee is the second most traded commodity worldwide, second only to oil?
No way, I knew coffee was popular, but that's mind-blowing.
It truly highlights how deeply coffee is woven into the fabric of our daily lives.
Yeah.
We're talking about a staggering 2.25 billion cups
Wow.
consumed every single day.
2.25 billion cups. That makes you think about the journey those beans have taken from the farms to our mugs. And it raises an important question about sustainability. Can we enjoy our daily coffee while ensuring it's produced ethically and sustainably?
That's a crucial question, and the answer is yes. Consumers have the power to make a difference.
Okay.
One of the most impactful things you could do is look for coffee that's certified fair trade or Rainforest Alliance certified.
I've seen those labels before, but I've never really understood what they mean. Can you break it down for me?
Of course, these certifications help ensure that farmers are paid fair wages for their beans
Right.
and that their farming practices are environmentally sustainable,
Gotcha.
promoting biodiversity and protecting natural ecosystems.
So by choosing certified coffee, we're supporting the livelihood of coffee farmers and minimizing the environmental impact.
Exactly.
It's a win-win for everyone.
It is.
And are there other things we can do too?
Absolutely look for coffee that's labeled as shade-grown.
Shade-grown.
This means the coffee plants are grown under the canopy of trees, which helps preserve biodiversity and protect natural habitats.
That makes sense. So we've got Fair Trade, Rainforest Alliance certified, and shade-grown coffee. All good things to look for. What about at home? Are there ways to be more sustainable in our daily coffee routines?
Absolutely, small changes can have a big impact.
Okay.
Consider choosing reusable filters instead of disposable paper filters.
Yeah.
And compost your coffee grounds after you've brewed your cup. It's all about making conscious choices, even with something as simple as our daily coffee.
I love those practical tips.
Yeah.
It's inspiring to know that we can make a difference with every cup. Okay, before we wrap up this part of our coffee deep dive, I have to ask about something that's always fascinated me. The sheer variety of ways to brew coffee.
Oh, yeah.
There are so many methods out there,
Absolutely.
each with its own unique charm and flavor profile. Where do we even begin?
We could spend an entire episode just on brewing methods,
Right.
but let's touch on a few of the most popular ones. Drip coffee is a classic.
Yeah.
For a reason, it's simple, convenient, and consistently produces a good cup.
I'm a big fan of my trusty automatic drip coffee maker. It's just so easy. But I'm curious about some of those other methods like French press. I've heard it produces a really rich, intense flavor. Is that true?
You're absolutely right. French press coffee is known for its full-bodied flavor
Okay.
and bolder texture because the coffee grounds are in direct contact with the water for a longer period.
Okay.
It's a bit more hands-on than drip coffee,
Right.
but many coffee enthusiasts find it rewarding for the extra control it gives them
Yeah.
over the brewing process.
I'm all about experimenting, so I might have to give the French press a try. What about pour-over coffee? I've seen those fancy setups at coffee shops, but it always seems a bit intimidating. Is it really that complicated?
Pour-over is an art form,
Okay.
but don't let that scare you off.
Yeah.
It allows for precise control over water temperature flow rate and brew time with a little practice.
Yeah.
You can achieve a clean, nuanced cup of coffee that truly highlights the unique characteristics of your beans.
Okay, I'm adding pour over to my coffee bucket list now.
Yeah.
I can't forget about cold brew, a trendy newcomer to the coffee scene. What's the deal with cold brew? Is it really that different from iced coffee?
Yes, cold brew is a distinct brewing method. It's made by steeping coarsely ground coffee beans
Okay.
in cold or room temperature water for an extended period, usually 12 to 24 hours.
Wow.
This slow, cold extraction produces a coffee that's naturally sweeter, smoother, and less acidic than traditional hot brewed coffee.
So if you're sensitive to acidity,
Yeah.
cold brew might be a good option. It's also perfect for a refreshing pick-me-up on a hot day.
Exactly. And the possibilities are endless with cold brew.
Cool.
You can experiment with different beans, add milk sweeteners, spices, or even fruit infusions
Wow.
to create your own signature concoction.
This is making me thirsty. So many brewing methods to try so little time. But before we get carried away with coffee experimentation, there's one more essential element we need to address, the beans themselves.
Yeah, absolutely right. The quality of the beans is paramount.
Yeah.
To a great cup of coffee, there are two main species of coffee beans, Arabica and Robusta.
Okay, tell me more about these bean varieties. What are the key differences? I feel like I'm just scratching the surface of coffee knowledge here.
Arabica beans are generally considered the higher quality option. They have a smoother, more complex flavor profile, with notes of chocolate nuts or fruit, depending on the origin and roast. They tend to have higher acidity and lower caffeine content than Robusta beans.
So if you're looking for a more delicate, nuanced cup of coffee, Arabica beans are the way to go.
Precisely. Robusta beans, on the other hand, have a bolder, more bitter and earthy flavor with a higher caffeine content.
Okay.
They're often used in blends to add a caffeine kick and a more robust flavor.
Interesting. So it's not just about the brewing method, but also about the beans themselves. I'm starting to realize that there's a whole world of coffee knowledge out there.
That's what makes coffee so fascinating. There's always more to learn and explore from the bean to the cup. And that brings us to our final segment.
Okay, let's go.
Welcome back, coffee enthusiasts.
We've journeyed from the bean to the cup, exploring the surprising health benefits, the complexities of sustainable production, and the diverse world of brewing methods.
It's been quite a journey.
It has, and now it's time to savor the experience. Let's shift our focus to the art of coffee tasting,
Yes.
where we can truly appreciate those subtle nuances that make each cup unique.
I love this part.
I have to admit, I usually just gulp down my coffee in a rush.
Oh.
But I'm definitely intrigued by this idea of slowing down and actually tasting it.
Yeah.
Where do we even begin?
Well, engaging your senses is key start by simply observing the coffee's appearance. Notice its color, its clarity, and the crema,
Oh, the crema.
that beautiful layer of foam
Yes.
on top of espresso.
I've always wondered about that. What does it tell us about the coffee?
Well, a rich, persistent crema is a good indicator of a well-extracted espresso.
Okay.
It suggests a balance of oils, sugars, and proteins were properly released during brewing.
Okay, so we've looked at the coffee. What's next in our sensory exploration?
Next, inhale the aroma.
Okay.
Take a deep breath and notice the different scents that emerge. You might detect notes of chocolate nuts, fruit, or even floral aromas, all depending on the origin and roast of the beans.
This reminds me of wine tasting.
Yes.
Do you use a similar vocabulary to describe the flavors and aromas of coffee?
Absolutely. We use terms like acidity, body sweetness, and finish to describe the coffee's characteristics, just like wine connoisseurs do.
So how do we actually taste the coffee? Do we just take a big gulp?
Not quite. Take a small sip and allow the coffee to coat your palate.
Okay.
Pay attention to the initial flavors, the mid-palate, and the lingering aftertaste. Notice the texture, the acidity, and the overall balance of the cup.
This is eye-opening. I usually add milk and sugar to my coffee,
Right.
but I'm guessing that masks a lot of those subtle flavors.
You're right. While there's nothing wrong with enjoying coffee with milk and sugar, trying it black allows you to truly experience the unique character of the beans and the roasting process.
I'm gonna give that a try. It's like learning to appreciate coffee all over again now. Before we wrap up our deep dive, I want to touch on the global coffee culture. Coffee is enjoyed all over the world, but in such diverse ways.
That's one of the most fascinating aspects of coffee, its global reach and the rich tapestry of traditions it has inspired.
It really is.
From the strong spice coffee of Ethiopia to the sweet condensed milk coffee of Vietnam, each culture has developed its own unique rituals and ways of preparing and enjoying this beloved beverage.
What are some of the coffee cultures that have particularly shaped the way we enjoy coffee today?
Italy has undoubtedly played a major role in shaping modern coffee culture, espresso cappuccino latte.
Oh, yeah.
These iconic drinks originated in Italy and have become staples in coffee shops worldwide.
It's hard to imagine a world without espresso.
I know.
It's the foundation for so many of my favorite coffee creations.
It really is. Another influential coffee culture is Turkey,
Okay.
renowned for its strong, unfiltered coffee brewed in a sey, a traditional long-handled pot. Turkish coffee is often served with a side of Turkish delight and is an integral part of social gatherings and hospitality.
That sounds delicious and steeped in tradition. I'll have to add Turkish coffee to my list of coffee